Breaking Wordle news. This is in the New York Times gameplay email for this week. Came out this morning. It says, "Hey Wordlers, we have some exciting news to share. Starting on Monday, that's Monday, February 2nd, we will begin adding previously run words back into play. There are still many first-time answers to debut, but also more chances for Wordle in ones and those magical serendipitous moments when Wordle overlaps with real life. Happy solving." So there's a little bit to unpack here, but the major announcement is that we're going to start getting repeats. Now, I don't know exactly how that's going to happen. It does say that there's going to be a mix of new words and repeats, if I'm interpreting this correctly. But my question is, how often can they repeat? Are they just taking all of the previous words and re-dumping them into the list to be consumed again? Or are they going to allow the same word to happen 3 months in a row, 3 days in a row? I don't know. Probably not multiple days in a row, the same word. They do curate it, but I am curious to see if we're going to see a word repeat more than once, and we're going to have to keep an eye out on that. But also, there's some other interesting stuff in here. It says more chances for Wordle in ones. I think what they mean by that is there are people who start with words that have already been the answer because they like the word for whatever reason. I think audio is a really good example of that, a really popular starting word that has already been the answer. But now audio might come up again, and you'll get it in one again. So that's I guess, just a benefit they're saying of having repeats. Now, this magical serendipitous moments, that could just be saying, hey, maybe, because we're reintroducing some of these words that have happened before, some of those words have a much higher chance of just happening to match something that happened in current events. That's one option. The other option is that they're going to intentionally do this. They have done that in the past. A couple years ago, Thanksgiving, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving was drive, and then Thanksgiving itself, the Thursday, was feast. But they got so much backlash, they haven't really done that since. I do know that on Pi Day, the answer started with pi. I think it was peace, Piece. So maybe they'll be more subtle about it, but it does give them more opportunity to utilize those words to be thematic. So I don't know if they're going to do it intentionally or they're just saying it'll happen unintentionally. It would be really nice to know what they mean by that, but I guess we'll find out if we start getting some suspicious words on suspicious days. I think Valentine's Day, the 14th, would be the first day to look out for if that happens to match Valentine's Day words like loves or something. So let me know what you think about this. Am I reading too much into it? And are you excited about repeat words, or are you thinking that this wasn't a good idea?